Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakadash, and the Heavenly Father. The true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem. In the name of Hamashiach Kapashai, those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the last one got your tongue. I said Barakatham to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Akwafen, I said Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Let's go to the topic, sit-down lesson. And this is in the book of Joel chapter 3, verse 9. It reads, it said, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, by all the men of war, draw near, let them come up. I believe it was a deal between Australia and Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Because, you've been having all of the tensions been heating up between what's been going on, down in the South China Sea. There was disputed territory waters between, China and Philippines. And then you've been having the alliance growing between Japan, Australia, and Japan, Australia, and I forgot other nations as well too. Japan, Australia, and the Philippines are the ongoing tensions that they have against against China. And I believe a part of that deal, Australia I forgot what other country they made a deal with that. I think it's Japan, Japan and Australia saying that a nuclear defense deal that's going to have more military ships and more military deployment being, explored over there. I would say not too far from the South China Sea and the disputed territorial waters. So that's only going to store more tensions between, Japan, Australia, the Philippines together, going against China. So that's only going to store more tensions. So that's a significant sign that we're going to be seeing more and more the Heavenly Fathers put that warlike mindset of these armies of nations. So we're going to see more military deals being done of allies going against the adversaries. We're going to have more military spending among the nations, and that's going to increase. And we're going to have increasing military exercise drills, more nuclear escalations and tensions, and more nuclear capabilities going to continue to increase among the nations. Because what's that? Jeremiah 51 verse 46, modern day ruler against modern day ruler. Matthew's 24th chapter, wars and rumors of wars. Matthew's 24 verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, what goes into ethnos, and that's what we're seeing. So we definitely seeing this is definitely being proclaimed among the Gentiles and the armies of nations. They are in that warlike mindset, and that's what we're seeing. All is going to lead up to the Third World War. So we're going to be seeing more signs, significant signs of that. And this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, right? The armies of the Gentile nations. Because what's that? The book of Luke 21, verse 24, Jerusalem shall be tried down to the Gentiles from the field. So that's what we're seeing, very close signs of the time of the Gentiles are being fulfilled. That's why we're seeing the Heavenly Fathers gathering the nations up over there in the Battle of Jehoshaphat, Armageddon one over there in Western Asia. For he will sit and judge all the armies of the nations round about, because this is a controversy to Zion. And that's, especially what we've been seeing as of lately. Because I believe it was a news article took place, I would say yesterday. You had once again the Houthi rebels use ballistic missiles and airstrikes, even though the IDF intercepted those missiles, which they normally always been doing. And you had, the tensions are only going to stir up between the Houthi rebels, which is a pro-Iranian group, is still in solidarity with the Palestinians and Hamas and all those pro-Iranian groups as well too. So they're going to continue to rise up against the Israel Defense Force. Joel 3, verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Rise to the Heavenly Father, continue putting that warlike mindset. He's preparing his armies, the nations to be in that warlike mindset. It says prepare war, wake up the mighty men. That's what the Heavenly Father's doing, waking up the mighty men of these armies of nations. Let all the men of war draw near, right? Let all the men of war draw near over there in Western Asia and all the areas that they've been scattered at. Just like it says in the early verses of Joel, the 3rd chapter, that the Heavenly Father is going to, gather the nations over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, because he's going to plead with them for his people, for his heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations that depart his land. So they departed his land, defile his land. and scatter his people among all the nations as well too, because this is a controversy into Zion, which is a monument for the children of Israel. So with that, this was just a quick sit down lesson in the book of Joel, there, verse 9. And that was the title of the sit down lesson. So hopefully this was edifying. And with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakadash, Barak Thumb, to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwa. Until next time, I would say Shalom.